Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the one and only World Improv Network comedy show on Mile High Sports Radio. Take part in the show by giving your suggestions or questions to the cast for each show segment throughout the week, or live during the show by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling in to Mile High Sports Radio studio line. Now, enjoy the show. It's local. It's global. You're listening to WIN World Local News.
WIN World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm Potter Smittss. Breaking news into the WIN World Local News sports desk from WIN sports reporter Fired Up Frank, who's live in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, for the 2016 gender-neutral pre-summer Olympic Games. How's the competition shaping up, Fired Up?
Potter, I honestly can't tell you. I imagine the action is fast and furious, but I have sequestered myself inside of a rubber antibacterial bunker. I am located underneath the gender-neutral stadium here. I cannot see out. There is no light allowed in. I am in complete and total darkness, as if I am in a sensory deprivation tank. Potter, I'm having some real trippy visions. I'm going into about hour 8. I can occasionally hear the crowd going wild. Something must have right there. Oh, something's happening, Potter. I don't know what it is, but I'm looking at a unicorn, and she's majestic. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna have any updates from the competition itself. I am trying to remain Zika-free for the entire time I'm down here. I am abstaining from all sexual activities. Back to you, Potter.
Wow, that sounds like a very, very, very strong way of going about covering a sporting event there. Fired Up. Well, anyway, on to our next breaking story, and it's brought to us by WIN contributor Francine of Pasadena, California. After a few days of collective global grieving, the social media world has broken out into all-out emoji war over the celebrity breakup of Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris. Why did the musical Superdeal drop the hard breakup beat? And how bad has the worldwide emoticon apocalypse gotten? Well, to get to the full insight on this offbeat question and more, let's go live to WIN senior musical correspondent Simon Cowlick, who's live on the celebrity front lines in Beverly Hills, California. Simon?
That's right. I'm looking here at a live feed of fans emojiing with their reactions. Here are just a few of the thoughts coming in. Beluga whale with a pair of eyes and a Japanese flag and a diamond ring. Clearly people are quite upset. Also here I have pig snout, hiding monkey, smiling face, high five. This is coming from one of the folks in Pennsylvania. As we all know, Calvin Harris has a big reputation there. Oh my goodness, this one is just going to break your heart. Cactus, double purple diamond, full moon with a pair of French fries and a football. I don't know if I need to spell that out any clearer than is necessary. Though at the same time, people are rallying for Taylor Swift. Saying, for example, fishing rod, basketball man, pair of slacks, mushroom top with a winky face, and just coming in. Oh, this is so interesting. This is adding something to a lot of times people can get caught up in just how shallow these celebrity breakups are, but I would say this is one of the most thoughtful ones we have so far. And that is lipstick, hard hat, purse with a winky face, demon head, piece of poo, ZZZ. I don't know if people are, I don't know if they mean that, or if this is just coming out of a sore spot in their heart right now. But I think ultimately these celebrity relationships, they come and go, and I think that's something important to remember. For life is fleeting, and I don't think anything encapsulates that any better than snowman pair, fireball, Korean flag with a telescope, and of course checkered flag. Back to you, Potter.
Wonderful, wonderful reporting on that apocalypse. Wow. Well, I hope something beneficial comes out of it for both Calvin Harris and Taylor Swift. Well, on to our next top story, which is brought to us by WIN contributor Tyrese of Bronx, New York. The tragic passing of the greatest, Muhammad Ali, has not only put the whole world into mourning, but also has many wondering on whether or not anything of pure excellence on this planet still exists. To ponder and analyze this titanic question, let's go live to WIN senior future and philosophy correspondent Nostradamus, who's levitating in a monastery high in the great Himalayan mountains of Tibet. Nostradamus?
Yes. Thank you, Potter. I am here meditating and thinking on the Great One. I have floated like a butterfly, and I am stinging myself with bees to understand his pain and hopefully, maybe, give myself some kind of temporary Parkinson's. For what better way could I understand what the greatest of all time went through unless I could shake uncontrollably and also have a degenerative brain disorder? Now, I'm here with two of the local monks who have been here since they were brought to the monastery at the age of 3 and have lived here consistently for the past several decades. Now, this is Kwikwe and Shunshun. Now, gentlemen, are you saddened by the passing of Mr. Ali?
Yes, of course. Nothing could replace such a fundamental presence to the peace of humanity. He was a poet, a pacifist, and a prize fighter amongst all.
Yet, as the eagles are tearing nothing but grief, as the yak's milk has gone bitter, and nobody is able to sustain life better than the lichen, which means it's the passing of the greatest thing that's ever walked this earth.
And you can hear that even amongst those who have renounced all human possessions and connectivity with the mainstream world, also have lost their minds in sadness and grief with the passing of the greatest of all time, the goat, and we will now go sacrifice a goat in his honor. Back to you, Potter.
Thank you so much. What a heartfelt story, and just shows how much the greatest was able to transcend the globe. Well, let's get a check on some global weather, and let's see what Tulip Sunspring's up to, who's at an outdoor rave in Willow Creek, Pennsylvania. How's the weather, the EDM, and anything else going, Tulip?
Oh my gosh, I am having the time of my life! The beats are pumping. People are so happy to be out here. It is totally overcast up in the sky, but people's smiles are providing all the sunshine we need. People are getting wet, all kinds of wet. They've got Gatorade, they've got water. There's de-electrolyzed water, there's electrolyte water. We've got Powerade, we've got Gatorade, we've got all kinds of aids. We got all... People are getting their nutrients, and it looks like it might be getting wetter if these clouds condense anymore. We're looking at a 60% chance of condensation, and I'm not talking about the swimsuits down here. I'm talking about the clouds. And at the same time, oh my gosh, the light shows are spectacular. Even as the sun is setting over the plains of Pennsylvania, I can tell you right now that the lights are just beginning to warm up. It is a second sunrise. I've never been in such a vortex, a maelstrom of sunshine. It looks like this day has just begun. People are not going to sleep anytime soon. Nocturnal, Octurnal, October, Babober. I'm out.
Well, thank you so much again, Tulip, for that excellent reporting on the weather. And thank you all for tuning in to WIN World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm Potter Smittss. Stay tuned for Community Court next on the World Improv Network.
Give the WIN cast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line during the break for a case that needs to be tackled during Community Court. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.